What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Sunday, August 6th, 2023. Now, just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Now, we will get into the home run prop action in just a second. We had a great day with the home run props on Saturday, hit another six. I know a couple of them we didn't have slides for, but they were still official plays, and I will get into that in just a second. But before we get into the home run prop action, I want to remind everybody these home run props are very high risk, high reward. They're not plays that I recommend anybody dump their whole bankroll into. They are just plays that are there for some pizza money or for some coffee money to have some fun with. Just have some side action. Now, someone said, "Oh well, I gave out too many plays." I want to stress that, or I can't stress that enough, that I don't recommend anybody play every single one of these plays, or at least you don't have to. These are just the plays that I'm going to be looking at, angles I'm going to take a look at, plays I'll probably have a couple of bucks on. Nothing too crazy. But any plays that you do take from here, I recommend just playing them straight up as straight bets, single bets. But I do know that some people like to parlay these home run props. So what I recommend doing is, if it's within your means, depending on how many home run props you're playing, I recommend doing a round robin. So basically, it's going to give you a safety net in the event that one or more of your legs goes awry, depending on how many legs you're playing. But if you play a 3-leg parlay, you put each another bet on each combination of 2 legs. Some books will have the option that does the round robin for you. Yes, it's going to drive up the cost of the bet, but if you hit, say you do a 3-leg parlay and you hit 2 out of 3, you still get paid something. But if you hit all 3 legs of the parlay, not only do you get paid on the 3-leg parlay, but you get paid on each leg of 2, each combination of 2 legs as well. So just tons of benefits to doing a round robin for sure. But let's take a look at the plays that we did give out on Saturday that came through for us. And the first one for the Braves that came through was Matt Olson. He came through for us at plus 235. Also had Ian Happ come through at a nice price as well, as did Dansby Swanson. But again, didn't have graphics on either of those guys just because of the state of the Braves rotation at that point. But yeah, Ian Happ and Dansby Swanson came in as well. Corey Seager came through at plus 340 for us, as did Gunnar Henderson at plus 375, and Luis Robert Jr. Knocked one out of the park. Maybe not Tim Anderson got knocked out, but that's okay. Luis Robert coming through at plus 370. Now, before we get into the props for Sunday, I want to let everybody know I love interacting with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you like the angle I took on some of these games? Do you not like the angle? Do you have player props of your own? Again, let me know in the comments down below. But I ask that if you're going to do that, drop them in there before the game start. If they're not in there before the game start, they don't help anybody. And we are trying to beat the books as a team here at Pickdawgz. One team, one goal, and that goal every single day is to get us paid. But without further ado, let's get into the home run prop action for Sunday. And we're going to start with this matchup between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. No plays in that 12:05 Eastern game for me, in that White Sox and Guardians game. But we'll start with a familiar face for us for the Astros. We're going to go with Alex Bregman at plus 510. He's hitting .231 with a home run against left-handed pitching in the last 10 days. This is also a split play for me, though, as Carlos Rodon starts for the Yankees here. Rodon's allowed 6 home runs in 5 starts this season, but 5 of those 6 home runs have come against right-handed bats like Bregman. So give me Alex Bregman at plus 510. I'm also going to take Jose Altuve at plus 330. Another matchup and split play for me here, as Altuve's a righty bat. That's the only current Astro with a home run off of Rodon, hitting a career .250 with the lone home run. So give me Jose Altuve at plus 370. I'm also going to look at Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez in leans as well for the Houston Astros. For the New York Yankees, Jake Bauers at plus 350. He's hitting .360 with 4 home runs, 6 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Now, Jose Urquidy starting for the Astros here. He's making his first start since late April, and even when Urquidy was healthy, he wasn't pitching all that well. He gave up 4 home runs in his last 3 starts before the injury. So I'll take Jake Bauers here at plus 350. Also going to take Giancarlo Stanton at plus 330. He's hitting .241 with 3 home runs, 4 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Giancarlo Stanton at plus 330. I'm also going to look at, for the Red Sox here against the Blue Jays, I'm going to look at Tristan Casas at plus 390. Now, I'm a Jays fan, but I love the Red Sox bats in this matchup on Sunday. Tristan Casas is one of them for sure. Chris Bassett, he's been a Jekyll and Hyde pitcher. Great at home, but not great on the road with an ERA near 6 away from Rogers Center this season. But of the 20 home runs that Bassett's allowed this year, 16 have come on the road, and even more interesting, 16 have come against lefty bats like Casas, who's hitting 292 with a pair of home runs and 4 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. It's going to be Tristan Casas at plus 390. I'm also going to take Jarren Duran at plus 500. Another strong lefty bat hitting 300 with a pair of home runs, 5 extra base hits in the last 10 days against righties. It's going to be Jarren Duran at plus 500. And I'm also going to take Rafael Devers at plus 310. He's always a power threat for the Red Sox. Another left-handed bat hitting 217 with a pair of home runs against righties in the last 10 days. So give me Rafael Devers at plus 310. Now, on the other side for the Toronto Blue Jays, going up against what looks to be a bullpen game for the Boston Red Sox, I'm kind of tossing pitcher-handedness out the window in this game. But in general, Whit Merrifield at plus 900, he's hitting 295 with 4 home runs, 5 extra base hits in the last 10 days overall. So going to be Whit Merrifield at plus 900. I'm also going to look at Danny Jansen at plus 450. He's got 3 home runs at Fenway in the last 2 seasons. And also has 3 home runs in the last 10 days. It's going to be Danny Jansen at plus 450. Also going to look at Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 480. This season, he's got 3 home runs at Fenway, and I think this could be a good launching spot to improve on the measly 189 batting average in the last 10 days. So give me Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 480. And I'm also going to take Alejandro Kirk at plus 750. He's hitting 304 with a pair of home runs in the last 10 days. So give me Alejandro Kirk at plus 750. Now, for this matchup between the Phillies and the Royals, I'm going to go with Alec Bohm to hit a home run at plus 500. Now, numbers-wise, there aren't a lot of Phillies that I love for home runs right now, but I have to have plays against Zach Greinke, who's given up 21 home runs this season, 9 home runs in his last 7 starts. And Bohm, he's hitting 353 with a home run, a pair of extra base hits against right-handed pitching in the last 10 days. So give me Alec Bohm at plus 500. I'm also going to look at Kyle Schwarber at plus 200, maybe a parlay piece. Not the price I love for a guy like Schwarber. He's only hitting 143 in the last 10 days with a home run, but I just have this gut feeling that he just crushes the crap out of one of these balls against Zach Greinke. Maybe that gut feeling is gas on my end. Who knows? But either way, I'm going to take a shot on Schwarber here at plus 200. I'm also going to look at Brandon Marsh if you can find a price on him. He's hitting 353 with a homer and 3 extra base hits in the last 10 days against righties. Also leans towards JT Realmuto and Nick Castellanos. Maybe even Bryson Stott as a long shot odds play for the Phillies. But I spoiled my one Royal in this game, Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 480. Taijuan Walker has been outstanding at home for much of the season, but I can't pass on a shot to take Witt Jr. here given his current run. He's hitting 485 with 4 home runs, 6 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. It's going to be Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 480. I'm also going to go with Brandon Lau for the Tampa Bay Rays here at plus 460. He's hitting 321 with 3 home runs in the last 10 days against righties. Matt Manning starting for Detroit here, and Manning has been okay, but he's still allowed 4 home runs in his last 2 starts, including 3 to the Angels in his lone start of the at home of those 2. So Brandon Lau it is for me here at plus 460. Also going to look at Isaac Paredes at plus 510. He's hitting 250 with 3 home runs, 5 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Isaac Paredes at plus 510. I'm also going to look at Wander Franco at plus 700. He's hitting 276 with a pair of home runs, 3 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Wander Franco at plus 700. Now, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments on this Nationals-Reds game. You know, obviously for the Reds, I think guys like De La Cruz, Spencer Steer, Matt McLean, TJ Friedl, all in play, but they don't have numbers that jump off the page against right-handed pitching as of late. So Jake Irvin could do well, or he also could struggle at Great American. Now, the Nationals, on the other hand, from a batting perspective, are tricky to begin with, and we don't know what we're going to see here from Lyon Richardson in his Major League debut. From what I saw, it looked like he was used as an opener in AAA or AA, wherever he saw the bulk of his starts this season. I think he had 15 starts, and I think he only had 19 innings of work or something like that. So let me know if you guys are playing that game in the comments down below, because if it is a bullpen game for the Reds, the bullpen hasn't been great. So definitely worth looking at there. But let's get back into the home run props. Going to look at some for the Cardinals here against the Rockies. You know, potentially here for some some offense for the Cardinals for once. Going to go with Paul Goldschmidt at plus 360. Now, not many numbers on the Cardinals against left-handed pitching, but Goldschmidt in the last 10 days hitting 375 with a home run against lefties. Austin Gomber, he has definitely improved, but he's still been prone to giving up the long ball in spots. Even if Gomber has a decent start, like he has, I think he's gone 6 innings in his last 6 starts, 2 runs or less allowed in 6 of his last 7. A solo home run only counts for 1, and that would still get us paid here. So Paul Goldschmidt for me at plus 360. Also going to sprinkle on Lars Nootbaar at plus 750. He's still hitting 333 with a homer against lefties in the last 10 days, just flat out crushing it right now. So I feel he had to make the list. So give me Lars Nootbaar plus 750. Also going to take Wilson Contreras at plus 325. This is a matchup play for me here. Contreras 4 for 10 in his career against Gomber with a pair of home runs. So give me Wilson Contreras at plus 325. I'm also going to take Nolan Arenado at plus 230. Another matchup play for me here is Arenado 3 for 10 in his career against Gomber with a homer and a double. So give me Nolan Arenado at plus 230. Before we move on any further, I want to remind everybody, obviously the purpose of this home run prop show is to put some cash in your pockets by way of home run prop winners, but it's also to highlight the benefit of using the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays. Those betting tools are where we get the graphics for the show directly from. What you see is what I see, and what the betting tools will do, and you can see with the player props, they show you the player prop, they show you how often it hits, whether it's a 5-game sample size, 10-game size, or even all games this season. You can control that. And also, it shows you which sportsbook is giving you the best possible price. The great thing, if you don't have an account with a book that's giving you the best price, you click on that price, you go there as a new client, you would get a new sportsbook bonus offer on us. You play that price with that bonus offer, but you're also getting to add to your advantage over the books they can't take away from you, which is your ability to shop lines and find the best possible number. Depending on your betting style, there's something for everybody. There's also, a streaks tool if you like betting hot and cold streaks. There's multiple parlay builders if you're a parlay bettor and you want to have a parlay built for you. Profitable teams, profitable angles, profitable underdogs. The list goes on and on. There are tons of ways for you to make money using these betting tools. You just got to go over to pickdawgz.com, sportschatplays.com, and check them out. I promise you, you won't regret it. But we'll move back into the home run props for Sunday. Now, let me know in the comments if you guys are playing any Braves in this Braves-Cub matchup. I wanted to have plays on Atlanta against Justin Steele. There probably are some, but nothing jumped off the page at me, as there just have not been a lot of plate appearances for the Braves against lefties as of late. Maybe for me leans towards Austin Riley and Marcell Ozuna. Both have been hot at the plate overall, and both have 7 home runs against lefties this season, but just leans for me, though, on those guys. But for the Cubs, we do have some official plays here. Going to go with first Ian Happ at, let me find him here. Ian Happ at, where is he? There he is. Ian Happ at plus 700. He homered for us on Saturday, and while that's not a sole reason for the pick, it doesn't hurt. And Happ hitting 318 with 3 home runs, 6 extra base hits total in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Charlie Morton, he hasn't allowed a whole lot this season by way of home runs, but he has given up 3 in his last start, and I think that could have some carryover here. So I'm going to take Ian Happ for a home run at plus 700. I'm also going to take Dansby Swanson at plus 540. Another Cub we caught on Saturday, and I think he wants one more home run against his former club. He's hitting 3 home runs, 4 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Dansby Swanson at plus 540. Also going to roll with Cody Bellinger at plus 575. He's hitting 346 with a pair of home runs in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So Cody Bellinger for me at plus 575. I also lean towards Mike Tauchman as well, who is hitting 393 with a home run as well in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Now, let me know your guys' thoughts on this Marlins-Rangers game. I can see it going both ways, and that's why this game scares me for home runs. Don't get me wrong. I could see them for sure in this game if it turns into an offensive clinic, but it's also fully capable of being a pitcher's duel with Alcantara going here after 2 starts where he's looked like 2022 Cy Young Alcantara. But again, Alcantara's problem is the offense stalling on him in support. On the other side, Andrew Heaney, he's been prone to giving up home runs as well, but he's also coming off one of the best starts maybe of his entire career. The Fish haven't been great against lefties as of late, so let me know, if you guys have any thoughts on that Rangers-Marlins game. But let's move back. We've got a couple more games to look at. First, we're going to go to the Angels and Mariners here. And it wouldn't be an Angels game if we didn't look at Shohei Ohtani. I don't love this price, but I think this was to be expected with Ohtani at some point. Plus 195. He's hitting 429 with 4 home runs, 6 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Now he gets his hands on Bryce Miller on the other side, a pitcher that is once again struggling. He's allowed 12 runs in his last 2 starts, 6 home runs in those 2 games. Miller, he's allowed 9 home runs in his last 7 starts, 7 home runs in his last 3. Ohtani should be able to add to those numbers on Miller's end here. So give me Shohei Ohtani at plus 195. I'm also going to look at Hunter Renfroe at plus 390s. I'm still taking another shot on Renfroe here. Still hitting 351 with a pair of home runs, 6 extra base hits in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Hunter Renfroe at plus 390. I'm also going to take Mike Moustakas at plus 460. He's hitting 364 with 3 extra base hits, including a home run in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Mike Moustakas at plus 460. I also lean towards Luis Rengifo and Mickey Moniak as well for the Angels. For the Seattle Mariners, going to go with Eugenio Suarez at plus 425. He's hitting 333 with a pair of home runs against righties in the last 10 days. Chase Silseth starting for the Angels. Silseth hasn't been terrible, but he has a lot of home run in 6 straight starts going back to last season. So give me Eugenio Suarez at plus 425. I'm also going to take Cal Raleigh at plus 340. He's hitting 273 with 3 home runs, 4 extra base hits total in the last 10 days against righties. So Cal Raleigh, a play for me at plus 340. I also lean towards Dylan Moore, who does have a pair of home runs and a 400 average in the last 10 days against righties. Now we're moving on to Sunday Night Baseball. Quite a few plays here for me, so pick and choose what you like from this one. For me, one of my favorite plays here is going to be Juan Soto at plus 320. He's hitting 375 with 3 home runs in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Now he gets a matchup here against Lance Lynn, which was a head-scratching acquisition for me by the Dodgers at the deadline, but I guess they tried their luck with Noah Syndergaard, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Either way, Lynn has allowed 13 home runs in his last 7 starts, including 3 home runs to the Oakland A's in his Dodger debut last time out. I think Soto is in great form to tag Lynn here. So give me Juan Soto at plus 320. I'm also going to look at Gary Sanchez at plus 600. He's hitting 333 with a pair of home runs in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. So give me Gary Sanchez at plus 600. Also lean towards Fernando Tatis Jr. as well in this one. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, Freddie Freeman at plus 475. He's hitting 556 with 4 extra-base hits in the last 10 days against left-handed pitching. My trusted Dodger bat against lefties, and I think he could tag Rich Hill here, who hasn't been great either. So give me Freddie Freeman at plus 475. Also going to go with Mookie Betts at plus 275. You know, he's hitting 429 with a homer, 4 extra-base hits in the last 10 days against lefties. So Mookie Betts at plus 275. Also going to look at J.D. Martinez at plus 350. He's hitting 375 with a double in the last 10 days, 8 plate appearances in those 10 days against lefties, but also hitting 3 for 11 in his career against Rich Hill with a pair of extra-base hits, including a home run. So J.D. Martinez at plus 350. And our final play of the day, Chris Taylor at plus 480. He's 2 for 5 in his career against Rich Hill with a home run, hitting 273 against lefties in the last 10 days. So Chris Taylor at plus 480 is going to round it out. But let's take a look at the plays that we did give out for Sunday's action. Like I said, there were quite a few of them, so pick and choose with the ones you want here. But we're going to start with Alex Bregman for the Astros here at plus 510. Jose Altuve at plus 370. Leans towards Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez as well for the Astros. For the Yankees, Jake Bauers at plus 350. Giancarlo Stanton at plus 330. For the Red Sox against the Blue Jays, Tristan Casas at plus 390. Jarren Duran at plus 500. And Rafael Devers at plus 310. For the Blue Jays, Whit Merrifield at plus 900. Danny Jansen at plus 450. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 480. And Alejandro Kirk at plus 750. For the Phillies, Alec Bohm at plus 500. Kyle Schwarber at plus 200. Leads towards Brandon Marsh, JT Realmuto, and Nick Castellanos. Maybe Bryson Stott for the Phillies as well. For the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. at plus 480. For the Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lau at plus 460. Isaac Paredes at plus 510. And Wander Franco at plus 700. Again, if you want my thoughts on that Nationals-Reds game, just scroll back a few minutes. You can hear those on right after the Tampa Bay Rays coverage. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt at plus 360. Lars Nootbaar at plus 750. Wilson Contreras at plus 325. Nolan Arenado at plus 230. Again, if you want to know my thoughts on the Braves, you can find them after the Cardinals there. Maybe leans towards Austin Riley, Marcell Ozuna. For the Chicago Cubs, Ian Happ at plus 700. Dansby Swanson at plus 540. Cody Bellinger at plus 575. Also lean towards Mike Tauchman as well. For the Los Angeles Angels, Shohei Ohtani at plus 195. Hunter Renfroe at plus 390. Mike Moustakas at plus 460, with leans towards Luis Rengifo and Mickey Moniak as well. For the Mariners, Eugenio Suarez at plus 425. And Cal Raleigh at plus 340, with leans towards Dylan Moore as well. For the San Diego Padres, Juan Soto at plus 320. Gary Sanchez at plus 600, with lean towards Fernando Tatis Jr. as well. And to round things out for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman at plus 475. Mookie Betts at plus 275. JD Martinez at plus 350. And Chris Taylor at plus 480 to round things out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Up over 136,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. Couldn't have done it without you guys' love and support, so thank you so much for that. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Hit that thumbs up if you like this content, because it really helps us out, and it lets me know that you guys like what we're doing here at Pickdawgz. Helps me, continue to produce this home run prop content for you. And also make sure you have notifications turned on. Days like today are a perfect example of why notifications should be on. We had our morning show. Try to get you guys, the information as most up to date as possible. But sometimes I also have to wait for lines to come out, and they did come out a little bit later today. So we're able to get these out for you. If you missed the early games, fear not. Like you saw, there's tons of action throughout the day. But if you have notifications turned on, you get notified as soon as this video drops. While it doesn't always leave a ton of time, there's still time for you to get these plays in. And like I said, it doesn't always leave a ton of time between when the video is released and first pitch. But those notifications will help set you up for success. Like I said, they'll let you know as soon as the video drops. If you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. And while you're at Pickdawgz, check out these betting tools. Like I can't stress that enough. They'll do the heavy lifting for you. They help you find the value on the board. We all have different betting styles, but there's still something for everybody with these betting tools. Like I said, they're one of the best set of betting tools out there. You're not going to find them for 100% free like we're giving them to you here. And even if you find anything remotely close, you're still probably going to end up paying out of pocket for them. So definitely make sure you check out these betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays. I promise you guys, you won't regret it. But thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Let's crush the books on Sunday and finish the week strong.